Okay, so back to waves in the sea. The sea is just the sea. Okay, obviously this is an analogy. In order to observe that we're part of the sea, we become waves. We become manifest. We don't ever stop being part of the sea. There is a singularity that we are all part of. You can call it the eternal. You can call it God. You can call it universal energy or love. It is the omnipresent, permeating singularity of energy, and we're all part of that. But in order for us to evolve consciousness, we can call it consciousness too, in order for us to evolve consciousness, we need experience, and we need to learn from those experiences. So I believe that the reason we're here is to have these senses, have these experiences, create this sense of self, experience this body. But if we get stuck self-referencing, behind the veil of consciousness, we have the body and the mind. And if we have experiences and then we begin to self-reference and we believe everything we've learned to be the truth and the only truth, and our animal experience to be the only experience, that's when we get confused. That's when we begin to suffer, because we self-reference between our body and our biofeedback and our mind and the sense and the meaning we give to things. It all comes down to meaning. If I can expand and know that while I'm that wave, I'm still part of the sea, I have a new dimension to understand why I have these symptoms. I can understand my threat to survival, my threat to my sense of self, my threat to my existence on this planet. Okay, it doesn't matter how much I want to float and about, okay? If I want to achieve enlightenment and consciousness on this planet, I have to survive on this planet. So it's always going to be the priority to survive as the animal, to physically survive and to mentally have a sense of self in order that I can experience I'm part of the whole thing. And as the Buddha said, to know the self is to forget the self, and to forget the self is to become one with all living things. You've got to know the self first. You've got to own your body. You've got to know that it's not a body-mind connection. They're just responding on the same level. They're doing whatever they can do to help you survive. So the question is, where are your threats to survival? Where are your threats to your sense of self? Where are your threats to you being who you are here in the world to evolve consciousness? Because that's why you're here. Where have you been preventing or allowing? Where have other things been getting in the way of you doing what you're here to do? So you will find a direct relationship between your physical, mental and emotional symptoms and the things that are preventing you from doing your part to evolve consciousness. If we can put all of that together, which is what we do with the 7 steps to conscious health and what we do with conscious health practice, on a day-to-day basis, we can actually just recognize, okay, yeah, it was that. Oh, now I know I got that symptom. Oh yeah, so that was my trigger. I know exactly what to work on when I have triggers, when I have symptoms, when I'm up, when I'm down. There's no getting away once you know, you know. I can choose to work on it, I can choose not to work on it. But it makes for a very, very different life if you have a conscious awareness and accept consciousness as the main underlying energy throughout your life. That's what we're here to do.